Hello. Today I want to show you one interesting position because it's not that easy to say where white should play. So again, we should first divide the board. That is so important thing. So let's see again. So let's divide the board and then we will discuss about where white should spend his energy here. First, what we can see here that black has some problem on develop. So the bishop is not working. He can't take on b5 because of our pawn, and then the rook will fall. So it's not good if he takes. Second thing, he can't develop the knight because there is no square for him. And third thing, he can't put anywhere the knight from c6 because of the rook on a8. So there is a problem. For us, it's hard to say that we can put black even more pressure on the queen side. Why? Because we don't have space there. So it would be much easier for us to play on the king side if we have something here. We have a pawn on e5. So he gave us some space advantage on the king side. But this is not enough, of course. Our queen is also active and she's controlling some center squares and also maybe some part of the king on the king side. So she's active, we can say. The rook on third rank, he's also active, but not on some important level. So we can put him on better place, and he's mobile. That is important. So we can use him to swing with him whenever we want on third rank, because the third rank is kind of open for us for that rook. But there is a knight on f3 who is maybe stopping him to be even more active on g3 or h3. But that is some final destination of him, what we can predict here, because we want to attack on the king side. We have a pawn, we have a queen. Black is kind of paralyzed on the queen side. This is good thing for us, and we have a couple of more pieces who can help us in attack. So pause the video, try to find good variation for white, something again with Operation Blitzkrieg. Okay, I will tell you now. So knight g5. Knight g5. In this case, we didn't play bishop takes on h6 because we need that bishop. We will see. So knight g5, we don't need to sacrifice the bishop. We can sacrifice here the knight, and in that case, we will open h-file. Black is practically forced to take. Maybe g6, but then we can play e6, and the pawn will fall here. Then the pawn on e6 will fall because he must take, and after check, probably queen g7. I don't know, but then we can capture here. So difficult position for, or no, yeah, we have better maybe to take here and then knight e6 and we will capture the rook. So practically it's a winning position. Black can't resist here, he must take the knight. This is only move for black. So h takes on g5. What is negative about that move? Now we have open h-file. And we can put our queen and rook to work together, which is again something what we saw in previous lessons. So really nice thing when you see that your pieces are working together. So rook h3. Black again is really low with possibilities here, maybe f6, but after f6 we can play e6 with tempo, and now we capture, or we took one really important square from the king, and that is f7 square. So after e6 white has immediately winning position because queen h6 is unstoppable here. So black can't let white to play that, so f5. f5 is kind of tempo move for black, and now we have maybe a little bit heavier position because we need to do something with the queen and we can't connect our queen and the rook anymore. So we must take the pawn, but luckily for us this is with tempo because we are giving check and there is no good square for the king. So he must defend that somehow, he must close that check. With the rook it's not good because we have e6 and we will capture that rook. So queen f7 is only move. But then we have e6. Now we are attacking the queen, so the queen must go from this place and we can continue to push the pawn, we will see, or something else. For example, if black plays queen e7, then we can play bishop g5 and the queen will go from this place. So that is why black didn't play queen e7, because he's giving just tempo for white. Now if he takes the bishop, we can play e7 and the game is over, because he must protect that check and then we can promote the queen. That will be also checkmate. So he is not in situation to play queen e7 and to stop that pawn. He must play queen e8. This is only good square for the queen. Now e7, of course, we can continue to push the pawn, and after rook f7 we can capture the pawn. Not only that we capture this pawn, with capturing this pawn we are also opening some space for the queen. So because the rook is now on f7 and he's also protecting the king to escape, so now we can play queen h5 in the next move, and we are threatening again checkmate on h7 or h8. So black needs to react with knight d4. He must close that queen so she can't go anymore on h4. This is only way to stop the queen from h4 square. And now we have a chance to exchange the pieces, because if we exchange the pieces, then we can promote somehow. So now it's really good time for white to start to think, because the position is so open. So we need to just to see what we need to do and to calculate that. So the best thing what white can do is just to take the knight, and after c takes on d4 we can take his queen. For example, if black plays something else, I don't know, maybe to capture here, still we can play queen h4 with strong attack, and probably we will give checkmate, or he will sacrifice his rook, which is also good for white because we will take more material. And then again we are threatening some checkmate or something similar, so it's not good for black. Didn't finish with some threats here, because we constantly have some threats. We have open position, especially the king. Black king is in dangerous position, so that is why it can be good for black. So the best thing is to capture our queen, so get rid from the queen. Now we don't have any more chance to give checkmate, but we are really fast in returning our queen in the game, because we can promote in few moves. So bishop takes on e8. Of course black can't take here because we will capture, so that is why he captured our rook on f1. But we can play tempo move. Bishop takes on f7, and when he captures with the king, again it would be nice if you pause the video, because there is one more important move here, and after that black can resign. Okay, I will tell you now. So rook h8, and after rook h8 the game is over because we will promote. Black can't prevent that, only if he lose the rook. So this is only way how he can prevent that. So rook h8, and we will promote in the next move. Of course he can't play rook b5, bishop b5, because we can capture that. The bishop is protecting the pawn, so I don't see anything what black can play. Maybe something like this, but we can simply capture. After something like this, I don't know, we can capture again, and when he capture, finally we will promote. The game is totally winning for white. So again, we can say maybe a little bit more difficult than previous lessons, but still something what we can use in our games. So you just need to see mobility of your pieces. Are you mobile or no? Karpov once said that what is inside energy? Inside energy is when you are mobile with your pieces, when your pieces can go easily from one side from your side to another side, to the enemy side, and if you are able to do that with strong energy, I mean in fast way, you will be in really good position, because you can damage your opponent on fast way, so he can't prevent you. That is why it's so important to have that inside energy. Knight g5 is the first move. Idea is to open black king with Operation Blitzkrieg, because we are sacrificing something. Idea is to open black king, and after h takes on g5, rook h3, idea is to connect the queen and the rook so they can work together. G6 doesn't go here. I didn't mention that, but I didn't say that because we can play bishop g5 and the game is over practically, because black is now weak through the dark squares. We will speak about weak squares in some new lessons, not now, but as you can see here, black has big problems here through the dark squares. So that is why not g6, and that is why f5. And after f5 we can capture the pawn, and again we are in we played one tempo move for us because queen c4 is with check, and after that e6 is tempo move because we are attacking the queen, and after queen e8 e7 is tempo move, and after rook f7 bishop g5 it's not tempo move. That is why black has only one tempo or one move to consolidate his position, but it's not enough. Of course, our pieces are so active, and as you can see, this bishop is working, the other bishop is working, queen and the rook. We want to connect them again and to work together. So difficult position for black. That is why he tried to cut off our queen from h4 square, but now we can trade the queens and the game will be over, because after we trade the queens, we can promote another queen because we will eliminate one defender piece who is protecting that pawn from promotion. He captured, and then we exchange the queens, and we are threatening now to capture the rook with check, and we achieve that because black capture here. There is no good square or good move for black. So bishop f7, king takes on f7, and then final move rook h8, and after that the game is over because we will promote in the next move. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you like, please subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.